Wisdom Wednesday 17. 1 7. 17 of them, y'all. You don't know the 17. Y'all know the routine. I almost said y'all know the ritual. Y'all know the routine. We waiting on the guys to tap in. Um, I'm having a pretty exciting morning. You know, got to tap in, get some stuff done. I like to draw weird things like this, so I got back to drawing. You know, I got a whole little art book of these flower lives things. Some of y'all know, yeah, that's my little thing. And we finally got BGOP Fest coming. Almost sold out of all the first line of merchandise. Trying to figure out if I'm gonna order some more. A new relationship with new vendors. Oh yeah, it's time to start talking about it. Impossible. OCH. Teen Club. This summer, June 1st. So yeah, we working on a couple projects. Waiting on my guys to get in. Start this conversation. I'm not sure what they want to talk about this week. In text chat. Let's see who we got. Oh, what's up, Monet? What's up, lady? You know, how's your day going? Hope it's going good. Let's see what my guys talking about here. Let's see who we got coming in. It's okay. Send that. Send that. All right. Yeah, this is the weird part of the show where we gotta wait for everybody to tap in. Let's see what we got going. So we are looking for some people to help us out with the teen club right now. If you go to the website, ipsctx.org, you know, we're looking for mentors, we're looking for volunteers. If you have teenagers, you can start registering them. We're getting ready to start our grand opening planning. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Man, where are these guys at? This is the very reason I tell them I don't want to do stuff online, because I think it's weird just talking to yourself. That's not my strong point. Like I should start teaching a message or something. Let's see, he just tapped in. There go Mike. Bring Mike up. See if Mike gonna hop in. What up, bro?
What do you do?
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, bro. Exciting. You ever got into like mushroom coffee?
Yep.
Yeah, so I decided to try some mushroom coffee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How you like
yeah.
it?
I like it. It's different.
Yeah, it's
It's
different.
different.
Right.
Yeah, and it's real soothing, kind of per se.
Yeah, it's mellow and chill.
Yeah, coffee's a little rough on my stomach at times.
Sure. It's definitely a good alternative to, you know, normal coffee.
Yeah, bro. Um, there's a place behind the Mary Grayson building. I'm sorry, the Mary Kemp building. Yeah, I gotta show you.
A place.
Yeah, not an open place, but a company. I think it's going to be very beneficial to have them locally.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let's see.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Anybody hopping on?
Corey's supposed to hop on. I just left Brian. I literally just left Brian. I'm not sure if he hopping on.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let me get Corey.
Yeah.
or he might be at work. But he picked the time.
I know. You like that Anunnaki show? I mean, the Anunnaki understanding?
Yeah, bro. Oh, that put me, yeah. So, like, so when I went through it before, this was like 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to it now, I went back listening to I'm in the tablets right now.
Yeah. It will give you insight and clarity and more of a detailed description of what's going on during the quote unquote creation myth or the creation story. Because the Bible, from Genesis chapter 1 to about Genesis chapter 10, okay, that whole 10 chapters is taken from another source. You see what I'm saying? So if you understand the context of the Bible, then you'll understand why it was taken from another source. Because these people have been taken over by an oppressor. They had to relocate. And when they relocated, they wrote down exactly what happened to them. You see, and how they had to relocate. And that's why the genealogies and things like that was so important at the time, because you're trying to keep bloodlines together during a scattering of people's conscience and the people's homeland, basically.
So coming into it, y'all break me down a little bit what y'all talking about, because I'm kind of coming into something like this. Y'all pretty deep. Y'all going deep. And it is.
I got that for you.
That was just the start of it. That's just what we're talking about. Like, that was just the beginning. Oh yeah, that's live right there.
You see that? You see the new Crown Conscious shirts, right?
Yeah, that's live.
You see them?
I need
look
one.
Look at the other design. See, that's the other design.
Yeah, your mind matters.
Hey, we ain't even did the 7. What's the name, Jed? Remember?
No, man. Hey, look,
bro,
it's
gonna
going
be hard to
crazy.
put that on there.
I'm telling you, it's going crazy.
It's gonna be
going crazy. It's going to be crazy,
Yeah.
because people don't tap in, because you should be able to get some insight from it, from the content that and the information that is being presented, because all it's supposed to do is get you to ask questions, give you insight, look within yourself,
Right.
Within yourself.
and then apply the understanding, and now you got wisdom, not just Wednesdays, but every day.
Yeah. Ooh, the shadow work. Yes, sir. Let's go. So,
Right.
so now that y'all talking about how you said now everybody was trying to, all this information was held because it was scattered, and they had to find a way to keep the information to where it can continue to pass down from generation to generation, so we now can know what happened and what was going on. That's why they got all these different scrolls and different, like, different hidden books and all that with pretty much the same information. They might have just put a different name on there or whatever they did, but to keep it all as, keep together. It's like some puzzle pieces we be talking about all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
According to Thoth,
Yeah.
when we rise in a level of consciousness, more information from those tablets will be unlocked. And the two missing tablets will be found when we rise to a level, whether you call it consciousness or vibration. When we start vibrating at a certain way, we'll be able to see certain things.
Right.
Everything's a vibration. So just find the right vibration.
And those two tablets are the
Good afternoon, Kevin.
Yes, sir. What's up, Kevin? And the two tablets are the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain.
Ooh, hit him, Mike. Don't do it. Please don't hurt him like that.
Those are the two. Those are the two tablets.
You took it out of my mouth. Don't hurt him. Please don't. because my consciousness went there. I was like, the way that Van broke it down, and he was like, once we rise in our consciousness get higher, then them tablets gonna be, them scrolls gonna start rolling, they're gonna fold open.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
gonna
you know
fold
what
open.
You gotta
happens? You know what
look
happens?
inside though.
You got to look
Yeah,
inside
That's
right.
first
why you can't
because
find them on the outside.
Yeah, that's
that's
why. There you go. There you go. That's why some of the books we never will find. Some people will never find all the books because a lot of them are written. What they say is written on the tablet of your heart.
that's
It's
right.
within.
It's
It's
within.
within.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's in your DNA
that's
because
right.
DNA is nothing but information stored and released at a certain time. See?
That's it.
So
Mhm.
And
so
according
no, go ahead.
according to like Inky, in a way, we were designed in our DNA is to continue
Mhm.
to want to advance and to
Mhm.
continue to want growth.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so by design, you're
Mhm.
supposed to advance, challenge,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
searching
yeah.
within, not just settle.
Mhm. We always
Right.
supposed to go to the next level no matter what. We
Right.
supposed
Right.
to level up. That's
Right.
why it be like certain things you be discovering about yourself, and you be like, "Dang, I ain't know I had that in me. I ain't know."
See,
But whatever you discovering about yourself, it's been there. It's just been waiting for you to tap into it. You know what
again,
I'm
it's
saying?
DNA unlocked at a certain
Right,
time. So if
right,
you tap into, let's say, all of your ancestors are within you right
right.
now, every single one of them,
Damn, that's
right?
powerful. Right.
Because because there was even a point when Moses in the wilderness was like, I'm making this covenant with the people that are here standing with us right now, and then the
Mm-hmm.
people that are not here standing with us right now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Because when it's an understanding that there's an outside of time you as well.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? It's
Right.
an outside of time you. And that's
Mm-hmm.
who you have to ultimately get your instructions from. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
quantum entanglement, being at two places at the same time.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope. I like that.
Right.
That's that yin and that yang.
it's always,
That's right.
yeah. I heard it being explained as you're always protecting your future self in the
Mm-hmm.
present, but you never get to your future self.
That's kind of deep though. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go a little detailed in that, man. You're gonna have to go a little bit more now. You brought it to the table, you're gonna have to dig in now. Come on, bring it out a little bit more.
So
Bring that down a little bit more now.
right now, I'm presently here,
Okay.
having a conversation with y'all.
Right.
But y'all also know I'm presently in October 19th.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
presently in June 1st right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
So those are
Mm-hmm.
my future selves. But even when June 1st comes, and June 1st is my present, I'm already
You're
somewhere.
gonna be past that somewhere in the future. Yeah.
So we're made to advance and keep advancing. So
Right.
what we're doing presently today is for our tomorrow to be better.
That's exactly what that is.
To see tomorrow. You never see
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow because you're only present.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So it's like reflection.
Tomorrow
It's
doesn't
like future
exist.
reflection. If that makes sense. Future reflection,
Fact.
right?
Fact.
It's like
Yep.
I'm here, but if I look in a mirror way across the hall, I see myself in that mirror way over there. But that's where I'm gonna be next. You know what I'm saying? Then once I get to where the mirror is at, then my next reflection is gonna be further on down like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the more we move and we generating this machine within ourselves to move forward, right? Then we're moving. The more we move forward in this time, in this present, we're moving our future self further along too. That's pretty
Remember,
deep.
Fact. Fact.
go ahead, Mike.
So yeah. So when there's when and then when we're talking, everything that y'all saying is being said, like, and it just makes so much sense. And it's aligned with this thought I had that consciousness, there is no time. Consciousness is not conscious of time.
Right.
The way that we are, so to speak. That's what it means to be like woke or whatever like that, right? Because a lot of times when we're not conscious of who we are and how we were created to function, we allow time to be a burden, and we allow time to be a master rather than a servant. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people say there's not enough hours in the day. You see what I'm saying? Well, you can't change that. So I have to make sure that every single hour in the day it counts. You see what I'm saying? Right. So conscience, when you're really talking about consciousness, is not conscious of time. You see what I'm saying? So what Van was saying about now, tomorrow, and the past, tomorrow and the past is now. It's all wrapped up into now because time is relative. You see what I'm saying? It's relative, right? If I shoot, Einstein taught us, if you shoot a laser at a stationary object, it's going to get there faster than if you shoot a laser at a non-stationary object. So, if you shut them off at the same time, why? Because one's moving at a certain speed and one's not. Time is relative, okay? They're building bombs and all type of technology with this stuff, right? Just that one concept, right? My point with saying that is that you can deal with your past self. That's how you get breakthroughs today. You see, is why are you moving in fear today? Why are you?
What happened to you, Mike? Bring your mic back on.
Right. What happened? You see what I'm saying? At what specific situation happened? You see what I'm saying? That caused us to move that type of way, and then boom. Now I need to go back and I need to talk and deal with that specific person at that specific time in that specific situation. I can travel there. You see what I'm saying? Because it's an experience that's written inside of my DNA. You see
So
what I'm
every
saying?
time we go back to a memory or we go back to do our shadow work to a situation that we've already experienced in our life, we're traveling back in time to experience that again and deal with that. So when we come back to our future self, we'll know how to walk in that. That's deep.
Mike.
And then
You're
another thing I
rewriting.
want to
Look,
say real
you're
quick, because you
rewriting.
and
You're
Dan said
rewriting
something.
your DNA. You're
Yeah,
rewriting it. Right?
let me
How do
say
you
something
rewrite
because
it?
you and
You
Dan
give
said
it a
something.
message.
Y'all said something
Let me
deep,
throw
bro.
this in for
Y'all talking about this time thing, right?
Let me throw
So,
this in before you get there.
okay.
So on a personal level, this is where we can't get stuck in what happens to us. Remember,
Right.
when it happens to us, it only happens for us. You are
Right.
situations. Don't get caught in being your situations. Never say I am a whatever that may be. I have whatever.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Back to the
Yeah, that's real. I feel you on that. So now going back to the time thing, we're gonna talk about time, how we saying like when you got a certain level of consciousness, right? There's no time to it. So really, if
no.
you think about it, it's like
Not
it's
at a certain level of consciousness, nobody in general.
yeah, right. So time is the hourglass that we hold, bro. Time is the hourglass that we hold. So sometimes, so once you put that time capsule on something, or like it's like you putting yourself in the cage to say, I have this much time, or oh, I don't have time, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it boils down to what's up with it, Brian, man? What's up with it? At the end of the day, it boils down to the timing that however you move and however you do it at that specific moment is when it's supposed to, it's supposed to, what's the word I'm looking for? To reveal itself. Whatever you're trying to unlock,
Activate.
it's supposed to reveal itself
Yeah.
at that specific moment. No matter if you feel like the moment is now, it might not be till tomorrow I'm supposed to be revealed. Whatever this is, that this DNA that I'm unlocking, it's always gonna be on point. It's gonna be when it's supposed to be.
That's That's why they use the seed analogy. That's where
Right.
the seed analogy come from, because everything sprouts in its own timing.
Right.
It takes an oak tree longer to sprout than a flower. You know, same thing with our visions.
Right.
Same thing with our visions. Whatever we're trying to activate, whatever we're trying to manifest, whatever that seed is, it's the time to reveal itself in the present, but you have to nurture it in the right way for it to reveal itself.
Right. Right. And it's never off point, is what I was saying. To go back to that real quick, because I see Brian got something. I can see it, he got something. But just to be, to tap back in real quick to that, we got to get to a point where we stop saying, dang, that wasn't wrong. I did it wrong, or I should have did this on time. I should have did. No, when you did it, however you did it, when it was unlocked when it was supposed to be unlocked. The universe gave it to you when it was supposed to give it to you. So, you know what I'm saying? That's like another way, like caging ourselves into, because time wasn't something that we put ourselves on anyway. That was something that they put us in. You know what I'm saying? We already been moving in a spiritual way. Since from the beginning of the time, we've been moving in a spiritual way. So, that's how we gotta look at it like that. When it hits, it's supposed to hit when it hit. You feel me? So if something revealed to me tomorrow that was revealed to you today, it was supposed to be revealed to me tomorrow, and it was supposed to be revealed to you today. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on. Brian, say something.
Hey.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, I like that, and it's crazy because if you sign it in, y'all know I'm gonna take it to the word.
Let's go.
It says in a bucket, it says, write out your vision and make it plain. So therefore, if somebody read it, they can run it, even though it tarry, have patience, because it's going to come into fruition.
Right.
When you write out when you have a dream, a vision, or any of that, right? It's going to just be that until you put it down on paper. When you put it down on paper, you're bringing it to life. So therefore, it's the thought behind it, the time you take it out to write it down in order for it to manifest. And what you do is you nurture it, like you said, just like the oak tree or the flower or anything. You put the proper nutritions in it. You put the proper time in it, knowing I can't just jump out and do this. I have to properly plan it. I have to do the things necessary for me to get to my goal. I can't do everything at one time, but I can do this. I can add this. You have to supplement. That's why they have supplements. You know what I'm saying? To add add something of substance at that time, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna say this statement first, then I'm gonna throw two words to go with it, right? Remember, Tupac said you don't have to be in jail to be doing time.
Yes.
When I was in jail, I learned you have to do the time and not let the time do you.
Right.
So now I'm saying this, right? As we're speaking about time relating to people and us, I'm gonna throw in these two words and I want to see where y'all go. Depression and anxiety.
Hand in hand. Hand in hand.
Do you make the
That go hand in hand, buddy.
Do you make the tie to the time with those two?
Say it again.
Do you see how those two tie in to what we're talking about and with time?
Yep. They tie in. They definitely tie in. Mike, keep your mic off, Mike.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think that depression and anxiety is not a bad thing.
It's not.
I think depression and anxiety is part of the cycle that a thing goes through to evolve and to become and fulfill its potential 100%.
The shadow work.
That's the shadow work, right? Because them trees, the grass, the earth goes dormant in certain seasons. You see what I'm saying? That's just part of the process. It ain't out looking good. It ain't out dressing good. It ain't out, pretty, budding flowers and all that stuff. Nah, man, you see its bare bones. You see what I mean? This thing has gone to its bare bones And that's the type of cycles that we go through as well. We go through that depression, we go through that anxiety, we go through the fear, we go through the procrastination, but we can't stay there, because once we stay there, then that becomes who we are, versus the overcomer, versus the one that capitalized on an opportunity even when he was down and messed around and came up and brought those around him up, et cetera, et cetera. You see what I'm saying? So it's just part of the cycles, in my opinion.
Yeah. When I start looking in, I start trying to figure out what causes my anxiety, what causes my depression.
Right.
The biggest things that causes my depression is when I feel like I see something and I don't have a way there, or I feel like I'm more than the way I see myself inside. I don't know or have the avenue to express it outside. So it makes me feel depressed. Then when I get in my anxiety states, is really, for me personally, is hyper excitement. I see myself somewhere and I have the vehicle and avenue to get there. Now it's just the patience on waiting to the time to get there. And because I wanted to be there so fast, I started causing anxiety within myself.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I feel you on that. I can agree with you on that. I feel you on that. What you think about that, Brian?
I think Brian froze.
I think he froze up.
Brian's stuck in the matrix.
You see how they do us, bro?
Yeah, bro. He was probably finna bring something up.
Matrix, bro. Look at that.
Hey, but you know, Van, that'll go back to what we were talking about the other day as far as channeling. Because when I've experienced fear, anxiety, and depression, I got to start channeling that energy into something good, because the energy's there. It's going to be there. You can't do nothing about it. Now you have to take it and utilize it for the benefit rather than your hindrance.
Yeah, right. The breakdown. I had to get outside.
Yeah. Hey, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you. Come on, Brian.
Hey, and that's real life stuff. Like last year, right? I went through something so traumatic to myself, right? And what I did was I said, I'm gonna get me right. I'm not gonna focus on nobody else. Man, that was one of the most, it was humbling, but it was so humiliating to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, I'm letting these little things dictate how my move gonna be. I'm letting these and I had to tell myself, I'm in prison, but I'm free. Why? Because my mind is bound to the things of my past that held me captive. You know, when you start to see yourself better, then you start to act, you start to think better. When negative arises in my mind, I shut it down. Why? Because it's that negative, it's that seed that what it is, it's a trigger. Once you learn your triggers, you learn what I need to stay away from. You know the things you need to protect. And a lot of times it's self-imposed.
Always.
It's nobody can stop me from doing anything but me. You know, when I found myself depressed, I had to find out, okay, what is causing me to depress? Oh, my kid's not around.
Yeah.
She up and took my kids here. I don't have a card to get where I need to be. I don't have a job to figuring that I'm having to live.
That play take a toll, brother.
Yes, and it's all seeds. It's all things that bring me down. The energy. You know what I'm saying? One thing that can't die, everybody say the soul and all that, but one thing that don't die is energy. It's either the positive or the negative. You can never get away from energy.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Erica,
go ahead.
Brian, let me tap in on that real fast. Cause bro, like I'm literally realizing that I've been moving the same way of having fears of going back to jail.
Yeah.
Of going back to in the house. I've been moving with those same inner fears of not going back and seeing how that plays out, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, it's been 4 years.
Congratulations.
4 years since I last been to jail.
Congratulations.
I'm still struggling with getting over that, as I try to intentionally push past it.
It's a trauma.
Here, I can answer how to
Yeah,
do that just
it
from
was in there,
experience.
bro.
I can answer how to do that from experience. I'm sure Brian can too,
Yeah,
right? But
Yeah.
that's what the shadow work is. Like,
Yeah.
you have to go and you have
keep
to
doing
visit.
it.
Well,
You
you
can't
have to
ignore it.
visit.
No, I said
You have to.
do
It's it's a keep doing it, but do it effectively. This is how
Right.
you do it effectively. You have to separate. You have to practice some type of meditation, and
You
meditation
got
ain't
to.
what everybody think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, meditation is not talking. It's not praying. It's
Nope.
sitting in silence for
Silence.
just a little while until you, or you can sit in with music, but you got to get, or you can sit in with, you know what I'm saying, wherever the case may be, but you have to sit somewhere and then you have to do that. But you have to visualize yourself as that person in
Yes.
jail. You see
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with that person from who you are right now. That
So,
goes back
you
to, it
talking to
goes
your
back to, let me say this one thing real quick. It goes back to quantum entanglement.
yeah.
Being
Yes.
at the same, what makes you think that your future self is not doing the same thing right now? When
yeah.
Right.
I'm hearing a word that says, hey, you should move this direction and not that, or I get some insight on something that I know I feel in my mind, which is in my gut. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Boom, and then I do it. Where's that coming from? You see what I'm saying? Well, if once I go and visit my 15-year-old self, my 25-year-old self, guess what? I'm giving that same intuition. Now I'm processing that trauma or that trigger a little bit different then, which is going to rewrite a little bit of different right now in me. So now I can function on a higher level.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So let
And,
me say
and
this real quick, Brian, not to cut your wisdom. So you really pretty much got to go back with yourself that you are now, has to go do your shadow work, go within, and yourself that you are now got to talk to the self that you were. You got to talk to the self that you was before, you know what I'm saying? The self that you was now have to remind your old self that you are not that old person anymore, that you have evolved, that you are someone better. Now, those things about you that you dealt with at that time, those things that you've been through, those things are still there. You still can bring them out to the light if you have to, whatever that may be.
Yep.
When it's necessary, you don't want to lose yourself, but at the same time, you want to contain that self so it won't be an interference to yourself that you are now, and it won't mess up what you got going on to the self that's coming to the future.
That's
When
what
we talked about
and it's,
succession
you
earlier, you know what I'm saying?
get
and,
yourself,
Good.
and you got to give yourself mercy and grace too.
and it's and
Right,
it's
That's
and it's
right,
like
Yeah.
James.
this though. This what works for me. What worked for me, you right? What worked for me is, like you said, remembrance. You know, when I start to, if I start to find myself get down or beat myself up, I remember where I came from. When you start to make different choices, you know what I'm saying? Because we all are the same people. We haven't changed. We just make better choices. You know what I'm saying? But you're
right,
gonna always be you because that's a part of your characteristics. That's a part of your DNA. It makes you who you are.
right,
You know, so when we
right.
start to make better choices, you know, you see that now I ain't around the same people I once was around. I'm not entertaining the same conversations I was entertaining. You have to discipline
Right,
yourself and get
right.
away from. That's when it say set yourself apart. You know, you have to be different than what you were, and that's not meaning you can't go around the same people. You know what I'm saying? You have
Right.
to be. You have to have discipline. Everybody run from discipline. I have self accountability. When I get up in the mornings, you know what I do after I go to God and spend that time. I reflect on myself from the prior day. What could I have done
Yeah.
differently? What could I? You know what I'm saying? And not saying I'm trying to be on no pedestal. I just want better for myself. If that makes
Right,
sense.
right.
If that
I
makes
agree
sense.
with
No,
that. I agree
no,
with that.
Hold on,
Let
that
me
makes
say something before you
100%
say
sense.
this,
hold
Mike.
on,
Let me say something before you start. I want to say, Erica, I've been reading
yeah,
everything you've been saying. You tapping in, mama.
She been throwing.
Erica Petty, you tapping in. I'm seeing what
She's
you're
tapped
saying. You're
in. Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right with everything you've
yeah,
been saying.
She
yeah. She
killing
is.
it right now.
Yeah, she is. Hey, can you
You
read some
tapping
of them?
in,
Yeah.
bro.
Can you
I
Huh?
see
read
it.
some of them?
Hey, read some of them out. Read what she's saying out.
I'm
Let me read one of them. One of them, she said, also give yourself space Well, see, it went past that one.
Hold on.
So many people will become stuck. We need to allow ourselves space to grace as well.
Hold on. I'm gonna read her from the top of them. I'm gonna read her.
Let's go. Let's go.
And she been killing it for a few minutes, y'all. So we're gonna get this. This is the Erica segment right here.
Yeah.
Her name, her last, and this is the Erica Not So Petty segment right here.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
She says channeling the anxiety and utilizing it in a positive light, because either A, going to bring you down, or B, motivate you to make changes.
Yeah.
We don't want to feed our negativity. The darkness is in our mind. I was just standing in the middle of my backyard with no shoes on, grounding myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
She tapped
give
in.
yourself space and opportunity to live past it,
Look.
and not let it hinder you.
Look at Mike.
So many people will become stuck. They need to allow.
Put them cords away.
Yeah.
Put them cords away, Mike.
What up, Leonard?
Hey, he tapped in. Mike tapped in.
What up, Michael Mason? What up, Ebony Jackson?
Roy Lefford, what's up? What's up, homie?
What up? Who else tapped in? All right, that's everybody. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Yeah.
But man, I feel what y'all saying about the shadow work and everything, man, about the future self, about all that, because I feel like if we don't do that, bro, like some stuff that Eric was saying was so deep, you don't want to get stuck in the past. Mike said it earlier, you don't want to get stuck in that place. But if you don't never deal with it, you sweep it under the rug, you ain't gonna never figure out how not to get stuck.
Man,
it's gonna keep hugging at you.
Man, watch this.
It's gonna keep hugging at you, and it's gonna keep reminding you, like, hey, man, you ain't, cause you gotta think you got that other self that be like trying to tell you not the self that you is now. You got, man, you still ready for this, man. You know you ready to go hit these streets. You know you ready to go out here and do it this way and that. You still got that side too.
I'm gonna bring out real quick.
So that's the side you gotta fight with.
So
that's the side you gotta fight with. When things get hard and then you hear them streets calling. That's the side you gotta fight with. That's why you gotta tap in and say, "Nah, I'm good."
Brian, let's lean back off of him real quick, Brian.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be long. What you said is very powerful, and that's why me personally, and I would advise that we create rituals and ceremonies. You see what I mean? When the children of Israel would get taken out of the land of Egypt, you see what I'm saying? They had a ritual or a ceremony that would always remind them of where they were and what happened. That's why they would eat the Passover lamb and things of that nature, right? It was based on a memorial, so to speak. And then it became a tradition, a ritual, a ceremony, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing with like their eighth feast called Sukkot. Or seventh feast called Sukkot. They would live in tents. Why would they live in tents? Because it would 8 days, for 8 days they would live in tents outside, separated from, because it reminded them that for 8 days they had to live in tents to transition from the Egypt to the land of Israel. And so they do it every single year. So it's a memorial and a ceremony. That's how you continuously stay reminded of the inner and the shadow work and where you've been and then where you're going.
Tapping into the universe.
This is episode 17.
Okay. Let me ask y'all something though.
Have we hit ritual status?
Yeah, we doing pretty. I think we there. We there. So look, let me ask y'all something though. Cause I be looking at a lot of stuff like these different tribes, right? I'm trying to think of the name of this tribe, man. Like this tribe hasn't been tampered with for like decades, right? I think some people tried to go over there and mess with this tribe one time. They killed them. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It's this tribe. It's like a melanated tribe, African tribe. Huh?
It's on the east side of Africa.
They're on an island, like this little small island.
They're short.
They short. Look, yeah, they real short.
Pygmies?
Huh?
Pygmies?
Something like that. But when I was watching it, I was like, man, these people so tapped in, like they probably don't hardly get sick. And then like they so tapped into Mother Nature and to the universe, bro, because they ain't dealing with cell phones, they ain't dealing with all these distractions and all this stuff like that. So when you think about the aggressive part about it, like they're aggressive when you come over there because they don't want all that outside influence, because that outside influence is gonna tap into their currency and their energy that's, you know, uplifting them and giving them the power that they have. And I understand that now. I get it now. That's the same thing as like when we building a circle, like how we got a circle now. We gonna protect that currency. We gonna protect that energy amongst ourselves as a group. Like us four right here. You think we finna let somebody come in and try to tap into this energy we got in this this currency we got going that's bringing us to the next level? We finna get defensive too. We gonna get defensive too.
Hey,
I'm gonna pull my spear out on nigga. Hey, y'all better back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they will try to intrude.
Hey, can I let me speak on a couple of things y'all have said because it was so relevant.
Okay.
We was talking about the past, right?
Right.
I want you to think about getting in the car, driving to Dallas, but looking in your rear view.
Okay.
How far are you gonna get?
You ain't gonna get far off. You gonna hit something.
So when God told Abraham and Lot, now when he said when y'all leave this city, when y'all leave Sodom and Gomorrah, don't look back.
Look back.
It says Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
She had lost her savior. See, when you have motion, when you have something going for yourself, it's when you begin to look back that you see yourself start to sink. You know, it said Peter walked with Jesus, and Jesus looked at Peter and said, "Man, before the rooster crow, you're gonna deny me 3 times."
Right.
So when Peter like, "Nah, man, I never do you like that." I whatever, paraphrasing. So when it happened, Peter looked at himself and ran back to what he known. He ran into the boat. Why?
Yeah.
Because when he ran into the boat, because he let himself down. He gave his word and wasn't able to hold up into his word because of the expectations behind it. See, when you're trying to meet others' expectations, you only can get so far because that is their expectation. But when you start to see yourself differently, when you start to see yourself better, you start to see yourself, you know what? I can adjust this, I can add this to it in order for me to get where I'm going. You know, we have to get out that mind frame of I don't need nobody else. That's a lie.
You're right.
That mind frame is what keep us bound to our past.
Yeah.
You know what got me through 12 years of prison was holding on to my past, but letting it go. Because I knew in my mind, I say, I'm not going out there the same way.
Yeah.
You know, I started this walk with God thing in the behind prison walls. When it wasn't the custom for a Crip nigga to say, man, I'm going to leave all this alone, or any gang member and say, I'm going to focus on this.
And I feel you.
With the heat of, man, I can't wait till he slip up so we can do this. You know, you have to hold yourself accountable. And that's not saying I didn't have slip ups, because I did. I was one of the ones I pray for you and slap you in your mouth at the same time you disrespect me.
Right.
You know, when you start to want better for yourself, you start to make better decisions. The things that used to fuel me didn't fuel me any longer. You know, I wasn't fueled on violence. I wasn't fueled on putting somebody else down. I wasn't fueled on that because of what I saw for myself, what I wanted for myself, what I wanted for those that come into contact with me. That don't mean the slander ain't gonna come. Hell, they talk about Jesus. Any great man in the past they talked about. See, I had to get out that mind frame of caring what people say. Long as I know who I am, long as I'm doing my best, to hell what anybody say. You know,
and that's real.
So you have to come to a point where this is what I'm gonna do. Far as me and my household, we're gonna serve God to our best ability. You know what I mean? It starts with self, and as the men, we are men, we're not women. So as men, we can't be unstable in our ways. Because the woman is gonna feed off the man, regardless of what goes on. The woman, you got men, you got some good women that'll follow a nigga to the pits of hell. Why? Because she love him, she believe in him. If the you ever heard that saying, the blind leading the blind? If the man ain't worth shit, the woman ain't gonna be worth shit.
Right. That's a fact, bro.
You know what
That,
I'm
but
saying?
you said something too, though. You said something that was real, though. You said something earlier that was real that made me kind of tap into this BGOP
Go
thing.
ahead.
At the end of the day, man, it's like we need help, right? We all need help. We gotta have a building space. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially amongst men, we gotta have a building space. That's why this Wisdom Wednesday is important because we building right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And women are inviting, of course, Erica Petty still dropping jewels, still talking on her. She said something about Tupac just right now. You know what I'm saying? What she say, bro? Read what she said.
He said, my goodness, I promise I said yesterday, why was I listening to Tupac say, staring at the world in my rear view? I said,
Mm-hmm.
we pay much attention to what's behind us and focusing on what's ahead. Keep your head held high, allowing source to provide and raising your vibrations. We are
Right.
repeating the same cycles.
There we go. That's real. That's real. Yeah, yeah. I like how she's really getting
So
involved, man. But I wanted to say about BGOP though. This is what I wanted to say. BGOP is like, let's say BGOP is the elevator, right?
I need you to go get the tissue.
And that's the elevator that's going to get us to whatever floor we're going to. But once we get to the floor and that elevator opens, there's different doors, there's different avenues, there's different directions you can go in different hallways. But how are we going to get to those different hallways without the elevator?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I say the building thing, because I heard Brian say something about earlier. We can't be acting like we don't need each other. We got to have a building point, bro. We have to. We have to.
He said, like,
So we can take all this energy and we can put it somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I say it's a mantra, a standard, and a lifestyle.
mm-hmm.
Purpose when you down, tell yourself that to pick you up.
Yeah.
Standard, the elevator standard, whatever door you walk in,
Yeah.
understand what be great on purpose.
Really?
Lifestyle, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, just like that elevator. Whatever door you want to go in, whatever hall you want to walk down, you got to know. Yeah, absolutely. Wherever you go in life, take that mind frame, be great on purpose.
Right. And that's why I said it's a dope thing, man. We're gonna get into it, behind the camera. We're gonna talk, but yeah, we're gonna definitely get into that because I really believe it's a lot of PowerPoints and a lot of power conversations we've been having, man. And I feel it's gonna work, bro. It's gonna definitely work out for our favor for sure. But what was you just about to show me? Bring that back up. What is that you just showed
You know what that?
me? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see it.
So I went through this stage of drawing.
Okay.
I like just drawing.
There you go. Boom.
This
Intertwining, interlinking. Boom.
is
Okay.
boom.
Okay.
But they call it sacred geometry, right? So like everything comes from that pattern,
Okay.
you know. But what made me first fall in love with this is because through all societies and all time periods of life on the earth,
Yeah.
that symbol was found. It's called the flower of life. It had the same name, even when they mixed up the language. But when
Yeah.
we watch ourselves from the embryo develop, we go through all
Right.
ages. Everything comes from that pattern. But
Right.
in the midst of learning how to draw it, it's a meditation tool too. In the midst
Right.
of drawing, one of the things that was revealed to me is you have to complete each circle,
Right.
you know. And what does each circle represent? Each circle could represent a stage of your life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it could represent the present.
Yeah.
You don't want to get to focusing on circle number 2 before you complete circle number 1 and you're off. It's going to show up. It's going to have an effect 3 stages down the line.
No.
So, for example, when I mean stages, I mean, what I mean by stages, like in this stage, in this stage, right? This is the very
Right.
first stage. You see
Right.
this flower in the middle? See
Mm-hmm.
how they all connect? But
Right.
if you
Right.
imagine, this is how powerful this symbol is. If you imagine just the flower links colored in, that's the Walmart logo.
Okay.
There's so many companies use this as a logo, but that's the first stage. But if you mess up in the first stage, right,
Mm-hmm.
find it until stage number 3, the green. You see where
Right.
the yellow intersects with the green? Because all these
Yeah.
stages intersect. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't complete a stage right, you're going to throw off your phone. I see
Yeah.
it as if you don't completely heal yourself before you jump into the next relationship,
Right. I get you. Yeah.
you're going to
So
carry trouble all day.
yeah.
And your
Mm-hmm.
flower, everything's going to be incomplete until you come back and deal with self and start over and complete that circle, you know.
Can't sweep it under the rug, man. Can't sweep it under the rug. Gotta deal with it. Gotta deal with it. That's real though, man. I feel it.
Completing. But that's what I've been meditating on as I work on the current projects I'm working on to keep my
Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of shadow work, bro. A lot of shadow work lately too,
yeah.
man. So and it reveals a lot of things to you about you
Mm-hmm.
that you probably overlooked for a long time, and then once you really start looking into it and tapping into it, you be like, dang man, like
Yeah.
I do need to get a little bit stronger in this area, or maybe I need to tone this down, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
And I really got deep into it. Like, when was this? Last Friday, it had a breakdown to where I had to call one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And like, bro, I'm crying for about 15 minutes, just broke down
Yeah,
to the point I had to
yeah,
step outside and ground
yeah,
myself. But I'm
yeah,
talking to him, I'm talking to him, he's praying for me, telling him like
yeah,
my kids, all this stuff, everything's going right, but it's feeling so wrong, you know.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he was like, "Hey, bro, you just got to catch your pace.
Mm-hmm.
You got to catch your pace." And sometimes we just got to call each other. Sometimes we gotta take time to ourselves to make sure we're on our pace. Because a lot
Yeah,
of people get us off our pace,
yeah.
dealing with everything in
Mm-hmm.
life, dealing with everything in life, trying to please everyone. We'll
Mm-hmm.
you
And
know.
I think this part of dealing with time too, fam. Like I be like, sometimes I'll be like, dang, I feel like I'm running out of time. Or cause that's the there I go putting that time capsule on myself. There I go put myself in that time cage.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Dang, I feel like I'm running out of time. Or what if I don't have time to do this? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to realize like my pace and my time that I'm doing it is it's gonna play out the way it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, because when I do reach whatever that point is, the level of maturity and growth that I will be to gain by that time, it'll be way more worth it than trying to rush because I'm trying to keep up with a time capsule that I shouldn't be putting on myself anyway, instead of just letting it flow naturally. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it goes back to what you said, like your pace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then like one of the things I question about that too with myself, because I feel like I have a shot clock and it's running low. You
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
saying. That's what
that
I'm saying.
is that part of purpose? Is it because I'm chasing a purpose? I
Hmm.
feel like I'm running out of time to get to my purpose. Then I think
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
this what Pop was feeling before his situation. Then
Exactly.
it's like
Yeah,
you can't call nobody old young. And this is where the time part don't exist because
that's what,
right
right.
now I'm 44. Right?
Yeah, me and you
What
both.
what if my shot clock's expired at 46 and I'm feeling
Yeah,
this because I am old?
yeah, Yeah. So you just tapped in. You just tapped in exactly what I'm saying when I be feeling like when I put that time capsule on myself, it's not really about me locking myself into time. It's about the fact that I'm trying to connect to my purpose and get my purpose fulfilled before my time clock does expire. And that's where I think anxiety and all that comes in, where I feel like I'm trying to hurry up and get there, but maybe the pace that I'm going right now is the pace that the Most High want me to go. So by the time I do reach it, because like you said, there ain't no age when it comes to purpose. So even if me and you like 55 and our purpose is finally fulfilled to the complete maximum fullest, it doesn't matter because the purpose was still fulfilled.
Yeah,
Our problem is we feel like now that they got us, our mind tapped into time, now we putting time and we putting age together. So since we put time and age together, which really you're only old as you feel, there really is no old age, there's new age. So when I turn 45, I'm 45 new, not old. But when we put time and age together, it makes us feel like we running out of time. But we might not be.
I don't
I
work.
think I think it's like we being hard on ourselves. We making ourselves too anxious. We making ourselves depressed because we haven't reached that yet. But I feel like what we doing is gonna be fulfilled. And you have to remember something, Van, is with what you got going with BGOP, with what we got going with Crown Conscious, everything we doing with my book, everything I'm doing. Like I feel like sometimes your purpose that you serve is just getting it started. You gonna start the car, but I might just move out the way and get my kids the steering wheel. So it's not like your purpose won't be fulfilled. The question is, how would it be fulfilled? How will it be fulfilled? Will I be part of that ride, or will I have to step back and let someone else drive?
Yeah,
That's the only question.
that's what Moses showed us.
Yeah.
So even like as I'm talking, there's BGOP, then there's Impossible, the teen club. Like when I started this in 2011, Colleen had just broke the record for teen deaths. You know,
Right.
last year my first teen supervisor turned 17 and was sentenced to 7 years. You know?
Right.
So for me, it's about getting this center built, because I feel like if I don't get it built, how many teams suffer
Right.
because they don't
Right.
have a building to go to.
Mm-hmm.
That shot clock, when I'm
Mm-hmm.
clock, and I'm talking about that shot clock, it's about getting this building built. Even
Right.
before BOP takes off, I'm more about having that building built, because I know how many kids and how much
Right.
of the future is going to change. But if
Right.
I mess around and I'm so busy trying to get to the club, so busy trying to entertain myself, where I get myself knocked off
Yeah.
and that building's not built, then I feel like I complete my mission.
Yeah. You feel, you don't feel like you fulfilled your purpose. You failed. If you believe, this is what Erica Petty said, if you believe in divine timing, then you will know everything that you do and all that is happening is purposeful. Exactly. That's real. That's real.
So, yeah.
And I feel like man, this is, like I said, right hand to the Most High, bro. I feel the same way, and this is a battle I have, and like the only thing that really eased my anxiety and depression from that is when my wife come and tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, baby, you doing your best, you doing good. Don't feel like that. You came a long way from where you were to where you are now." And it kind of bring me down a little bit to get that anxiety out of me and that depression, because that's my biggest battle. I think my biggest fight is me fighting with myself because I don't feel like I'm at my purpose. I've completed my purpose yet, and so I can relate to that 100%, bro.
To me, that's the power of a woman. That's so
Yeah.
special right there. I've never experienced that. I've only
Mm-hmm.
experienced like, why are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Want to go do this? Let's go do something else. Let's like, I haven't had some, so
Yeah.
that's a blessing in its own.
Instead of taking you off your purpose, she should have been driving you to go harder with your purpose.
My
And
my last relationship, I told her, I feel like you're making me choose between my purpose and you. And if I don't choose my purpose, I'm telling God. So you out there.
So if they can't intertwine, like you were just showing us a while ago, if you and my purpose can't intertwine, then that means you shouldn't be part of that.
Then
You shouldn't be. Kevin Gibson said, "I feel that a lot." Yeah, that's real, Kevin.
I read a book. Actually, Nipsey Hussle was on the Breakfast Club, and he referred it to Charlemagne.
Right.
And matter of fact, the way, if you go to BGOP Audio Book Club on Facebook, the audio book is in there. It's called The Ways of a Superior Man.
Yeah.
As a man, you should always keep your purpose first, right?
Right.
And when you keep your purpose first, that woman, she has to be around you, around your purpose to even find you. But then she finds you in your purpose. So even when you're not with her, she knows you're in your purpose versus out chasing whatever. So that insecurity off of her release.
Right.
So just even taking it from that mind frame, like, that's a blessing.
Yeah, that's dope too, because it's like now, if she come into my life at a time where I'm tapped in already, the fact that I'm tapped in from the beginning, if she's there, then she's already connected to me within that space that I'm tapping into already, because she's still choosing to rock with me in that space. So it's like in that sense, she can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's trying, like you said, to knock me off my pedestal and she see what I'm doing. You got some that's coming there just for that. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull them away from this.
That's where real couple goals come from. You know, and that's how relationships last, because y'all grow through stuff and you get to see the stuff y'all did, not look back like what we been doing, what's been going on.
Right. Yeah. But that's a dope energy though, man. Like I said, everything has to intertwine, man. Like even that's part of the shadow work, like you said. That's part of the shadow work too, going back and realizing how you can be better in your new space of a relationship, whether it's with a female or whether it's with homeboys, whatever. Because we have relationships for as homeboys that, you know, dang, this dude messed me over or whatever. So when we go back and do our shadow work with that, it helps us be prepared for what's ahead, what we're dealing with now. Because if we didn't go through those experiences, we wouldn't know how to connect with the right people the way we do now.
And that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's going back to what we were talking about earlier. You got to learn how to forgive yourself. You got to learn how to give yourself mercy and grace too.
Right. That's real.
Forgiving of other people or not forgiving of yourself.
Right.
You know, a lot of times it's easier for us to forgive other people than to forgive ourselves. Biggest things I'm learning is like, yeah, bro, I'm not my situation for one. Just because you don't understand my value doesn't mean I don't have a value.
That's real.
And
that's real.
I just gotta let some things go, because I know putting energy in that direction. And this is what I'm talking about when I say, if I get myself knocked off before I get the team center built, if I go into beefing with you and have negative feelings with you and all that, and you done harm me and my team center ain't built, I clocked out as a failure to myself.
Yeah. All right. The energy you gave, because you gave your energy to the wrong thing.
So
that's real. I feel that. I can definitely relate to that, fam. And you know, like you said, with the forgiving part, I feel like you said, that's a big point of it, because if I forgive myself, and the thing is, in my past, I've done that too. I'm like, dang, I forgive this person for doing this to me, but I forgive myself for allowing myself to fall under it, for allowing myself to not to recognize it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got one.
Not to recognize it. You feel me? Because
Yeah,
we do that. Dang, how the hell I let myself do this and fall short like that? You beat yourself up for that. But then at the same time, you got to forgive yourself for, you know, you
this,
might just open your heart up
this,
too much for people.
this is one I had to deal with. I might be able to feel this one. So that's saying I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Right,
That means, but I wear my heart on my sleeve.
right.
And I got tired of doing that and
Hmm.
wanted to protect myself, so I tried to take my heart off my sleeve. And it
Right.
turned me cold to a point I wasn't who I was. Now I'm
Hmm.
at a stage, yeah, I do wear my heart on my sleeve. And I'm going to continue to wear my heart on my sleeve.
Because that's who you are.
I also had to forgive myself for allowing people to be
Right.
around me
Yeah.
that doesn't understand how to take care of my heart.
Right. So you can wear your heart on your sleeve. It's okay, but now it's all about who you allow to get your heart.
It's a
You just gotta know who to give
who
it to
has
now.
access to be around my heart. That's my
Right.
responsibility.
Right.
I
Right.
stay in my house all day
Mm-hmm.
before I just go to. I don't care if
Mm-hmm.
Tupac came back and he's there. If it don't feel right,
I'm not
I'm
going.
not going.
That's real. That's real. I feel
Calls
you.
at 2, 3 in the morning from 10
Mm-hmm.
people because I wear my heart on my sleeve. But I
Mm-hmm.
also know I'm a servant. I'm proud of
That's it.
you. You know,
Wow.
I be.
Wow. That's real.
I had a woman call me at 5 in the morning, bruh, because her heart
Mm-hmm.
is going out and she's finding out she's going to pass. And I couldn't do nothing but thank God that out of all the people in the world, she chose to call me.
Goes to
I
call
didn't know
you.
what to say.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in her life, I touched her enough. She was my supervisor. And if you
Real talk, bro.
think about me, I don't, nah.
Yeah. That's what I say, man. But you don't realize like the position that you play within your purpose that the Most High has placed you in until situations like that. You know what I'm saying? There are situations in life where we might not feel like, bro, I've been in situations where it's people I look up to, right? And them same people I look up to because I'm like, dang, I like how they move. But then somewhere within them, they look up to me and they reveal to me that they looked up to me. And I'm like, damn, I look at you like you on another level. Like I'm not down in myself, but like it's like me looking up to Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
But Eric Thomas say, hey, I read something out your book and it made me come up with this little speech right here. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, Eric Thomas look up to me too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just using him as an example though. But I've been in situations like that, so you never know who's looking at you and who you are helping and who heart you opening up and helping them to grow to be a better person, bro. So whatever we doing within our purpose, we got to keep doing it because there's stages and levels. Okay, I'm not Eric Thomas. You're not Eric Thomas. We not 19 Keys. But guess what? Even though Eric Thomas and 19 Keys might be this big, we
Hey,
might be this
hold on,
big.
hold
So
on,
this
hold
little
on.
this little portion
Let me
of
say
what
it
we
like
putting
this.
into the universe, this portion of what we putting into the universe is tapping into their portion that they put this much.
Hey,
So
y'all,
now put this portion on top of that. We still helping.
we we're not Eric Thomas, nor we 19 Keys.
No, we're not.
October 19th, BGOP Fest will be in Killeen.
It will be there. There it goes.
October
It
19th.
goes down. It
October.
goes down.
We just got the venue locked in today. We just got the date locked in today. BGOP
Okay.
Fest,
Yes,
October
sir.
19th, Killeen, Texas, Luxland going down.
Y'all already know it's going down, baby. You already know what time it is. Yes, sir. It's going to be some real powerful, high level conversations, you know what I'm saying, in that situation, too. So,
We're going to have conversations. We're going to have panels. I already got a keynote speaker from, I got my boy. Do I got something for y'all. My guy,
okay.
Robert Rich. Rob Rich, he's a coach from San Antonio.
Okay.
He talking about
Man.
fire. Rob
Yeah.
is fire. Then
Okay.
we're working on getting our boy from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Coach G. He
Yeah.
is Coach,
Yeah.
Coach G.
We can be him. That'll be dope, bro.
And then playing on here with us, but Kevin Gibson, he's gonna come up to San Antonio. Some segments, some panels.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about profit. We're gonna talk entrepreneurship. It's gonna be a big conference, and I promise, the way you walk in, you're gonna be so much higher when you walk out. You're
Yes, sir.
a different person, a completely different level of confidence in yourself, belief in yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just excited about it.
Yes, that's gonna be dope, bro. I can't wait.
But
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Erica. Thank you. You're a blessing too for coming on and giving your insight, Mallory.
so what's up?
That is right there.
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. So that's
Yeah.
the editing right there.
Yeah, man. But I like, the conversation we had. We was able to tap in, you know what I'm saying? I think it was very necessary, everything that we talked about. And as always, man, we always, getting some good insight from people tapping in. I appreciate everybody who tapped in, man. Everybody, man. Y'all go get my book on Amazon.com. Don't think like me, just think. Y'all go to aliveshoes.com/drops-turners. Y'all go get them shoes, man. Show you support, man. Y'all buy Jordan shoes. Y'all buy Kanye shoes. Let's do it for our people right here. We just as great. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't made it to that level yet, but we going. We on our way up. So y'all show y'all support, man.
Y'all can catch me at Vantonio, VANTONIO FraleyFraley.com, just my name. And so look, y'all, we had a great conversation today. Like my boy say, go support his book. But I always say it because I want you to just remember, don't think like me, don't think like him, just think. We need more people just thinking. The way this program is set up is trying to we need free thinkers, we need innovative thinkers. Please pick up this book because it's going to push you there. It's going to take you it's going to help you get on the right track. And
Yes,
then
sir.
look, I need y'all to take a second. I need y'all to think about what I'm saying. Why be average? Why? Why be average? We can be great. Peace.
Peace.